Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Garden Show, episode 16. Kind of forgot for a second there. Episode 16. My name is Casey, and today I'm joined by Derek and Alex, and Jordan should be with us later. He is currently running an errand, but it'll just be the three of us for now. Welcome.
Yes, welcome.
So, today on our list of agendas, stuff we need to talk about.
Hidden agendas.
You cannot. We've played a game of hidden agendas, or hidden agenda. Is it plural or is it singular?
I think it's singular.
I need to determine. It is hidden agenda, singular. Yeah, we were playing hidden agenda yesterday after celebrating Alex here's birthday party. It was fun. First time I ever played it.
That's why I'm very tired right now.
Got slaughtered in bowling. But hey,
we're all winners.
No, we're not. You need to shut the hell up.
There was one game where I got last place, but the other games I didn't.
Yeah.
I legitimately got third place that second game. Legitimately.
Good job.
And who was the one that got last place? Eric?
I think he got last place. No, he got last place in the second game and fifth place in the third game. No, wait. No, I got fifth place in the third game because of Eric's double strike. That's ridiculous.
I almost got that 200 game.
That's true. You were 2 away.
Yes.
2 away.
Yeah.
Anyways, our list of topics today read off as number one, our pre-God of War talk. We're going to be talking about God of War stuff the weekend before it comes out. It's supposed to release on Friday.
Ooh.
It's going to be. I'm super excited for it. But let's see.
Good thing I have that Friday off. Maybe I can.
You should pick it up because I think I'm going to be able to get a half day on Friday. Let's see.
Do they have it for? Because I'm thinking, do they have it for the Switch?
No, it's only PlayStation.
It's only PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's always been a PlayStation game.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm hoping I have enough room or space.
You can always delete something you don't play.
Yeah.
I could.
Like The Evil Within. Do you still play that?
I still have to do the first person's perspective.
Always try that first.
Yeah, I'll try it out first and then I'll.
Yeah, if you don't like it, bleh.
It's not really anything special anyway. Anyways, second topic.
I don't know. I'll still have a place in my heart for it.
That's
good
true.
Game.
It was a really good game. I did really like the second one better than the first. But second topic is rumors of a new BioShock game incoming. BioShock. The last BioShock game came out in 2013.
That was Infinite, right?
BioShock Infinite, yeah. And that is personally, wow, I don't even know where to place that game it's definitely in my top 10, that's for sure. Top 10. It is a fantastic game. So, we'll see how the rumors of this BioShock play out. But third topic, there's also rumors of the new PlayStation 5 circulating around.
Cool. And the supposed images of it.
Yeah, there's some really strange images on it.
Yeah.
But anyways, fourth topic, Xbox Originals coming to Xbox One. Like, we were talking about that before. Like, Morrowind, the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind was on the original Xbox, and now it's backwards compatible on Xbox One. Number 5, our usual movies of today talk. We're going to talk about Rampage, because that's one movie we saw this past week.
I didn't see it.
We did.
No, you did. Yeah, that's true. Alex didn't see it. Derek, Jordan, and I saw it. Hopefully, Jordan will be back by the time we start talking about that.
And I bet he has a lot to say.
True.
Well, I mean, the most I know is that it's another Dwayne Johnson movie.
Pretty much.
He didn't do too bad at it, I'd say.
That's true. We'll talk about that in a bit. And then our sixth topic is our weekly Fortnite updates. And obviously, since I played a ton of Fortnite today, I actually have something to talk about. So
I think I know what you're talking about.
True. But also in that Fortnite updates, I want to talk about the realm of battle royales, especially with this new battle royale that came out called Radical Heights. No, you haven't seen anything on it. It's like, I think it might be new this week. I can't remember.
I haven't seen.
I haven't seen too much of it.
Did they say what? Oh, we'll just say that for the Fortnite updates.
Yeah, it's just like Fortnite/BR updates, but
Like, once again, I haven't been on Fortnite in the longest time.
sure. And I wasn't either until today. I was thinking about, what do I want to play? Excuse me. I was like, I'm kind of up for some Fortnite. I mean, I'm not really up to kind of getting my ass kicked or anything, but we'll see how it plays out. Anyways, I don't know. I'm trying to determine whether or not I want to talk about that now or later.
Well, I mean, Fortnite might be our shortest topic.
I don't know. I guess that's true. I mean,
There's some new stuff that they added, like the fort grenade. What is it
the
called?
Port-a-Fort.
The Port-a-Fort.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit. Let's just move on straight to our first topic here.
Okay.
PlayStation exclusive God of War releasing on Friday, April 20th. Now, here's the thing. I've been kind of thinking about games that I've been playing recently. There are like big game franchises out there with like multiple sequels that I kind of just started playing. Like, I'm gonna be honest, Breath of the Wild was my very first Zelda.
Really? You haven't played any other Zelda games?
Nope. After Breath of the Wild, I kind of touched some of the older ones, and they were all right. But Zelda Breath of the Wild was very good for kind of introducing me into it. I mean, what was another one? God, what is that? Final Fantasy. I did not play a single Final Fantasy game until 15, which I thought was pretty good. That's true. 15 games. I'm thinking about trying out Final Fantasy 14, but I don't know. But God of War will also be one of those. I haven't played a single God of War game before in my life.
I wonder if it's one of those games where it's like, you don't need to play the first game to get what's going on for the second one.
I'm sure it will be, especially with it being in a new type of mythology, because Kratos was in Greek mythology before. Now with him moving on to Norse mythology, I think they're still kind of bringing old people back in. It's like, oh, damn, it's Kratos and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like with the new mythology, people can go into it and be like, yeah, I like God of War for the first time. I have seen bits and pieces of gameplay. I watched like 15 minutes of it, and I can see why it has actually been figured out that God of War, the new God of War, is the highest rated PlayStation 4 game of all time.
Shocker.
The single highest rated one. And that beats out Horizon Zero Dawn, which I believe had the previous spot. Because Horizon Zero Dawn was a fun game. It was an original idea. You were fighting mechanical beasts, mostly dinosaurs. Well, they weren't really dinosaurs. They were dinosaur-esque. But with this new God of War coming out, makes me even more excited. Which I think is another reason why you can go into it without playing the other ones, is because they're just calling it God of War and not God of War 4. I can't even remember when the last God of War came out. Let me determine.
I don't know.
God of War 3 release date. 2010. 2010.
8 years.
Oh, wait. Oh, God of War 3 came out 2010. And then there was what is that? God of War Ascension? I don't remember that one at all.
How
Interesting. I guess.
How was it rated? Probably not very good, or
I think it was rated very well. God of War.
Ascension.
God of War. Ascension review. 7.88. Probably it kind of averages around an 8 out of 10, which
that's not bad.
Isn't bad.
That's not bad.
I wonder how God of War 3 did on its reviews.
This newest God of War is going to be like 12 out of 10 on average.
Yeah, God of War 3,
I'm going to break the scale.
I'd say
Yeah.
averages around an 8.5 or so out of 10.
Hmm.
But this new God of War, I mean, IGN gave it a 10 out of 10. Game Informer magazine gave it a 9.75.
All right.
There's a 100th place to that. I didn't know there was a 100th place for a rating.
Sure. You'd also put it in a thousands place.
9.631.
9.33333.
You have to round up. You have to round up or down. It's like math again.
But yeah, 9.75 out of 10 was what Game Informer gave it. It's very highly rated. And I think the reason for that is they're kind of taking a new approach to God of War. It always used to be very fast paced. Like I'd say probably a little similar to like Jak and Daxter, kind of like jumping around, beating stuff up, being a super badass.
Yeah.
All right.
But this one is gonna play more like
I mean,
like for games you've played, I'd say probably the most relatable one would be like The Evil Within 2, except a little more not as like tightly constrained. But you can't you can't jump in this God of War. It's just kind of like third person over the shoulder, kind of like how The Evil Within 2 was. And
but it'll probably give you like prompts to like jump or climb or anything, right?
yeah, like you
Okay.
well, yeah, like jump
No, you
onto
can't jump
something
at
or
all.
climb something. But in the other games, you used to be able to like jump. Like in Jak and Daxter, you can just like jump around, kicking enemies' butts and
You
whatnot.
can do double jumps. In
Exactly.
futuristic games, you can't.
Yeah.
But they're kind of changing it a little bit, and they say they're kind of making it like The Last of Us, which
It kind of does look like The Last of Us if
Yeah.
you think about it.
Derek, which I highly recommend you play on your
The Last of
PlayStation
Us?
4, is The Last of Us. It's a very good game, like very good game.
I'll try it out.
It's very good. Especially with part 2 coming out here. Maybe this, I doubt this year. Maybe next year. But
Within like the next 5 years. And then it's like,
Naughty Dog.
we're
wouldn't do
delaying
that.
it again.
Yeah, Naughty Dog would not do that. I would hope so. But some of the cool combat that I saw in God of War was your main weapon is like this axe.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you can like throw it around. You can do like different kind of cool stuff with it. If you like throw it at somebody like directly at their chest or something, it like freezes them in place.
Ooh.
And you can also use that for like puzzles. So like if you open a door and you only have a time limit to keep it open, you could throw your axe at something to keep it open for an extended period of time.
All right.
You can use your axe and throw it at enemies' feet and it'll trip them.
I'm going to get you.
Yeah, there's like,
Just, like,
there's
falls
a
off a
ton of
cliff.
different stuff. And if you do like melee stuff, I think it's either a perk or an upgrade or something like that, where if you're going like fisticuffs at somebody and you do enough damage, you'll have like an execution option and you're just brutal. Like think Doom executions.
I like Doom Execution.
Yes.
I love Doom.
I mean, Kratos has been known
Not the
as one of the
movie.
most brutal characters next to obviously the Doom guy, the Doom Marine, Space Marine.
So destructive.
So, very.
Indeed. So
I
next,
mean, I got caught in an elevator once. Like, glitched into an elevator. And I died.
I
I don't know how that happened, but...
I once was in like a little place where there are like pipes. You saw this. And I was starting to back out. Like, I saw this little, I don't know what it was. It looked like a extinguisher of some sort.
Is it a gas canister?
Yeah, gas canister. And I was backing up and started to shoot at it. And then for some reason I got hurt. And I shot it again and I died. It didn't even explode. I don't think it was that elevator though. I don't think that elevator killed me.
I kind of thought it was.
Nope. I didn't back up far enough.
interesting.
Yeah.
But there's also there's also some gameplay involving like if you even seen anything about God of War, you notice that there's like this little kid with him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
From what I've seen in the gameplay, this kid is not meant to do a whole lot of damage, obviously, because he's a little kid. But he's, from what I've been told and from what I've seen in the gameplay, he's an essential part to taking down enemies because he's kind of in the background, support, bow and arrow type of guy. He can distract your enemies, and I think he can jump on large enemies' backs or something and distract them. I think I saw that. But according to like big fights and whatnot, there will be portions where Kratos will need the kid. I forget his name. If they even said his name. Not so much as a meat shield, but as some sort of offensive support. Because they were fighting something. What was it called? It was some kind of witch thing, where every time Kratos would get close and try to attack it, it would like teleport away. Well, this is where the kid came in, and he was like super essential to making sure she wouldn't teleport all over the place. He would shoot her with the arrows and just kind of like make sure she wouldn't teleport anywhere. So I'm interested to see.
Stun her for a while, and then
that's
give
the
you,
right
like,
word
the chance
for it.
to
It would like
run up and hit it.
Yeah, it would stun that witch, and that would kind of open up your opportunity. I'm interested to see how they'll kind of mix and match that, because it's going to be... I'm really excited, because Norse mythology is very interesting. It's not like we haven't had enough Norse mythology, what with all of the reboots of Skyrim and whatnot. But it should still be pretty cool, because with all the ratings it's getting, and all the unsurprising ratings it's getting, I'm pretty excited. And Derek, I recommend you try that game out too. I recommend, like, since you have a PlayStation, you should try all the PlayStation exclusives, because that's what they're good at. So like The Last of Us, God of War, I feel like if you have a PlayStation, you should totally try them out, because that is what their strong suit is currently.
I will do that.
Yeah, that's why they're beating Xbox. But Nintendo Switch, that's coming up, because they have their own exclusives, and it's they're kicking butt. All right. Moving on. Is there a new BioShock coming? Who knows? I don't even know what that would be about.
What was BioShock originally?
So, the original BioShock was about you were this guy who got into a plane crash, and you're in the ocean, and you're swimming to survive, and then you come up to this lighthouse, and you're swimming up, you walk in, trying to see if somebody's there. Well, you encounter some sort of chamber. You're just kind of discovering around, trying to look for somebody. You go inside this chamber, and boom, you're going under the water, deep, deep underwater, and you come across this gigantic underwater city known as Rapture. So basically, what Rapture was really just this guy created Rapture so that people can come to Rapture and avoid all of the governments and religions of the world, because they believe in, like, if you work for something, you deserve to be rewarded for it, and it doesn't belong to anybody else. It belongs to you. Like, like your work belongs to you. He was very philosophical about that. So they made a whole bunch of new scientific stuff, like, oh god, what was it called? There's like these potions that you can drink. BioShock potion. I forget what they're called. Vigor. That's what they're called. Vigor. Or no, at least they were called Vigor in BioShock Infinite. Plasmid. I think they're called plasmids in the first two BioShocks, and it's called Vigor in BioShock Infinite, because they are different. But basically what happened is Rapture, with all of these power-ups and potions and whatnot, making people strong, a lot of crazy people got like either broke out or something, and everybody started killing everybody, and Rapture turned into like this ghost city. And originally in this city there were these little sisters is what they were called. They would carry around the power that if you had this power, you could upgrade your powers, like your vigors and whatnot, to become even more powerful. So a lot of people wanted these little sisters so they could like harvest them and get this power. But the problem is these little sisters had guards known as Big Daddies. The Big Daddies are like the guys that are on the covers in like these like deep sea diving suits with drills on their hands, and they're huge. So basically, if you killed a Big Daddy and you got a little sister, you had the option to either harvest this little sister for more power or save her to be a good person. So basically, you're stuck in Rapture. You're just trying to find a way out, trying to find a way to survive. And you do end up escaping. And depending on whether or not you save little sisters or kill little sisters, you can get either the bad or the good ending. BioShock 2 was very similar to the first one, although in the second one you actually play as a Big Daddy, which is actually pretty cool. That's probably my favorite part about BioShock 2 is playing as a Big Daddy. But basically, before Rapture went to all hell, you were just guarding this little sister, and then you get shot, and you were supposed to die. Well, you end up coming back to life, and you figure out your little sister person had grown up and it wants you to rescue her. So that's kind of the whole story, is just kind of going through all the levels and kind of just saving the person who you lost a long time ago. But
All right.
BioShock Infinite, originally, the original BioShock Infinite story, at first glance, didn't really have anything to do with the first two games. Because in BioShock Infinite, instead of you going deep in the water, you actually go really high in the sky. I forget what the city's name in BioShock Infinite was.
Sky City.
Sky City.
City.
Infinite.
Columbia, that's what it's called. Columbia. Man,
Sorry.
Columbia was a beautiful place because you're like high in the sky. It's like always sunny. There's beaches. Everybody's happy, and basically Columbia, where you're at in BioShock Infinite, is like how people would act, like were acting in Rapture before it all went to hell. Like everybody was happy, life was perfect, and technological advances. It was actually a really cool setting to be in.
Man, wouldn't it be ironic if someone there was afraid of heights?
True.
Yeah.
But basically the story of BioShock Infinite is you're playing some sort of detective who has a very large debt. And to pay off this debt, you actually have to go find somebody in Columbia. And this detective doesn't even know Columbia exists. He was just told this person he needs to find is in this place. Well, he went to this place and he ended up going into like a similar chamber and went up to Columbia. But this is where this person was who he needed to find and take back to the people who he was indebted to. There were a few big twists in BioShock Infinite that I won't spoil, but either way, there were a lot of twists and turns, and BioShock Infinite had a very good story and a very good setting. Like, just Columbia was a great place to be in. But with the BioShock Infinite also had DLC that took you back into Rapture, and it kind of connected BioShock Infinite and the first two BioShock games.
Okay.
And it kind of wrapped the story up pretty well. So I have no idea what they would do with a new BioShock game. Like, whether it be in Columbia or maybe a prequel and go to Rapture. I don't know. But
maybe stay on the land.
that'd be really lame. Maybe there'd be a new type of land.
Space.
Space.
An underwater lab in space.
Maybe it could be something like there's an island in the middle of the ocean that's invisible unless you get too close.
Ooh.
Like if you saw Wonder Woman or the Justice League, like the Amazon's Island. Something like that, maybe. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
Shit, dude. But yo, I must be tripping. Indeed. But the thing that was very strong about BioShock is the fact that its storyline and its villains and its characters were also very well done, that it's kind of hard to replace it. So I don't know what they would do with the new BioShock, but it's rumored, and I don't think it's being made by the same people, if I remember correctly. So
who made the original BioShocks?
oh god, BioShock. I know this. Irrational Games is what they were
Irrational
called.
Games.
Okay, so BioShock developed. Well, okay, the original BioShock was developed by 2K,
Okay.
who published stuff like Borderlands and whatnot. BioShock 2 was also developed by 2K. And then BioShock Infinite, I believe, was Irrational. Yes, Irrational Games. But it was published by 2K, because by that time, I believe 2K started just publishing and stopped developing, if I remember correctly. But it's pretty cool. I mean, maybe I would recommend you guys try watching a Let's Play or something, because it's a very interesting story that I think would be very hard to top. But
All right.
we'll see if the rumors are true, because we won't know until it happens or doesn't happen. But anyways,
We'll see.
moving on.
Yeah.
The rumored PlayStation 5. Did you get? Oh, you said you saw images of it, right?
Yeah. Supposed of it, because you think they had enough.
Yeah, PlayStation 5 images.
I don't know if I'm ready to upgrade yet.
I don't think anybody's ready. Oops. Oh, I just want to look at it. Okay. Well, Derek, this is like what the supposed images.
Yeah.
I will say that looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
It looks okay. I mean,
I really don't like the design, to be honest.
the design of the console itself, I think, is okay. The controller looks a bit strange.
Yeah,
It does.
the controller looks really weird.
I don't know. It looks like one of those Mad Catz controllers that you would buy very cheaply.
I mean, what really gets me is the fact that there's like a huge circle on both the console and the controller. I'm wondering if those are like the power buttons,
It could be.
or they're just there for show.
It's like they're not done making PlayStation 4 games, right?
Oh no, definitely not. There was a 7-year gap between the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4. PlayStation 3 was released 2006. PlayStation 4 was released in 2013. So, they're aiming for a 2020 release for PlayStation 5, which would kind of put it in that same window. What more can you do with PlayStation, though?
Yeah.
True enough.
Let's make it smaller.
That's like just the PlayStation Slim.
It's
There's also
No,
a rumor that the PlayStation 5 won't accept or doesn't use discs.
So you had to completely download everything.
So that's the
Probably.
rumor.
Then that's gonna be weird.
I mean, I'd
Unless
be
that button,
down with it.
unless that
I
button,
won't have to deal with like putting in and taking out discs.
unless that little button is like a scanner. Like you get like a PS5 game at a store. It's like this little card. And it's something on the back that lets you like scan it with that little circle.
Or
What? I don't know what the point of that would be.
Or like you take the controller, just like, huh, that looks really weird. Just like scan your face.
Yeah. And one thing I think
Never.
that is pretty strong right now is that a bunch of nerdy gamers right now love physical things. So what I mean is like physical discs, physical cases. Like Jordan loves his hard cases for his games and movies and whatnot. Like maybe taking away discs is taking away that ability for people to just enjoy the physical stuff.
Yeah.
And plus, I think maybe businesses would start running out of business, or I don't know. I feel like PlayStation is starting to become like Amazon. Like you don't go to a store and get this; you have to get it off of Amazon.
Yeah, fuck Amazon. No,
I wouldn't say fuck Amazon. I
just
love
kidding.
Amazon.
Just kidding.
I do love Amazon. I wish there was like an Amazon store.
Chris uses it a lot.
Then again, an Amazon
He
store
does.
wouldn't even be able to contain the amount of stuff that's on Amazon.
No. Not even a chance.
But like, what if on the PlayStation 5 you could like transfer out like make upgrades to it, like parts, get a better processor or something.
Maybe. I mean, a better process. Well, I think that would be pretty cool to add your to customize your own PS5. I mean, really, nobody's been able to customize their own console in that way.
That's true. Like, what if they had like a snap-on or snap-off cover that you could like buy covers for and then just snap it right on in place, and it wouldn't be like a sticker; it'd be like part of the case.
Yeah.
I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Like they'll have like clips on the ends.
Yeah,
So that way you just put it over and there you go.
exactly. And then you can just like take it right off.
Yeah. You see a much cooler design. Hey, I want that one. Fuck this other one.
Or if there's like a kind of like the outer coating, if there's like a magnet, like just right under that, you put
That
a piece on top.
yeah, it would have to be a really weak magnet.
Oh yeah, that would probably disrupt your
Yeah, it'd probably mess
Yeah.
with
console.
the
Wouldn't it?
console a little bit.
I don't think magnets are a good idea.
Then probably clip-ons would be good.
Yeah, if they were to do magnets, it would have to be, it would have to be protected in like all the wiring and the
Yeah.
and the board and all
definitely.
that kind of stuff would have to be in some sort of protective layer,
Oh yeah.
or they would have to be extremely weak magnets to only be able to do that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that'd be pretty cool. I know they're starting to put magnets in a lot of stuff. Like my keyboard there has like a magnetic thing where you can put this armrest thing, like that armrest there has either a piece of metal or I don't know. They're magnets that I think is pretty cool. But
Yeah. Neither of us would know.
I don't know. Take this Xbox controller for example. Would you prefer this type of design for a controller, or do you like the PlayStation controller?
Well, the thing is, we grew up, as you know, we grew up playing PlayStation. But I've gotten so accustomed, like nowadays, to the Xbox controller that if I tried using the PlayStation controller, I'd have to get it wouldn't take long for me to get used to it, but it would feel weird.
My issue would be like switching to different controllers because it's like it feels different on different controllers. So
Yeah.
if you play a game and you wanted to do something, so you move like your fingers or your thumb to that position, it's just like, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I'm not playing that.
It's true. It would be a little bit different. A person like me, though, has gotten so accustomed to both of them that I could literally just switch between controllers and not even notice the difference.
Yeah. The Switch.
That Switch
if
is
you had
weird.
I was gonna say if you had like the controller holder, like if you put both of the handles.
Right, like the joystick controller, I think. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
To me, it feels like playing an Xbox controller.
Yeah.
It is more similar to an Xbox controller than it is obviously to a PlayStation for numerous reasons.
Yeah.
The Switch's controller is a little strange,
It
but I
is.
think I eventually got used to it, and eventually didn't bother me as much anymore.
Yeah.
But man, when I played Zelda, or when I got Zelda, I couldn't put it down. I love that game, but the biggest change with a new console is, in fact, the controller itself.
Yeah.
That's like the biggest thing I think people talk about and notice the most, are the fact that they want to know, well, what's the controller going to be like? Like, it's the main thing you use besides the console itself, and if it doesn't feel good, then you're kind of handicapping yourself.
You know what I'm noticing? Like, the PS4 controllers are getting longer.
Oh.
Like, vertically. So I imagine, like, by the time...
Horizontally.
Yeah, not vertically. Horizontally. So by the time they get, like, PlayStation 35,
4D.
PlayStation 40 is just going to be like... it's like...
I can't move on to the next console, PlayStation. Please stop.
I can't play under these circumstances. My arms need to be longer.
And with that, you have like some giant keyboard in front of you. And just
Ooh.
type.
That would be a very interesting controller, honestly.
Yeah, Xbox tried to do something like that.
Really?
Well, not with their controller, but their attachment. You can attach like a keyboard to type out messages.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah. It was started with the 360. At first I was like, I need it. I never got it, obviously. And now I'm like, well, thank God I didn't. Would have been a waste.
But
Really, it was just for typing out messages.
Yeah, I feel like if you did something like that, like the PlayStation did something like that, like kind of like with the Switch detachable controllers, and with the centerpiece, you could like detach it from the center and then like attach it to your keyboard or something, like on the sides or something. I feel like
I think maybe Nintendo could work in something with like the Labo, like their cardboard thing, to make some sort of keyboard system. I don't know.
Oh, they could. They could.
didn't they come up with that, or didn't they come out with that, like
What, a keyboard?
no cardboard?
No, that was announced. That is real. I don't think it's out yet though. But it is real.
I know.
Actually, I think it comes out this week. I thought it came out on the same day God of War did. I think it does, because Super Troopers comes out as well. Yeah. Man, this weekend's going to be a nice weekend. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know how the controller would look. Well, okay, besides the rumored images I've seen,
Yeah.
which looks absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I feel like the controller would actually be vertically long, horizontally longer.
I do like the bulkier Xbox controller. I don't know what it is though. I feel like I perform better on PlayStation, but I like this controller. I don't know.
Play an Xbox controller on a PlayStation.
I have a device for that. Like for the PlayStation 3, that controller was so tiny I could play it in one hand. It was so ridiculously tiny, in my opinion. I wish I had a controller to show you an example, but it was very much similar. Well, actually, it was pretty much the same thing as a PlayStation 2 controller, but I felt like it just got smaller. I couldn't even play games on it anymore. I had to like play games like holding it with my fingers because I couldn't like rest it in my hands, or else I'd be like.
Yeah, I honestly feel like they are like PlayStation controllers are getting bigger, because our PS2 controllers, like, I played Xbox for a while and then went back to the PS2. I'm like, holy shit, this is small.
I know.
Yeah, the PlayStation 2 and 3 controllers were so small.
Did they shrink?
Yeah, but PlayStation 4 did a good idea, making their controllers bigger, because
Yeah.
I feel like I can actually play on a PlayStation 4. But I wonder how Xbox would combat the PlayStation 5 coming out. The
Maybe-
Xbox 2.
The Xbox.
Maybe not make it look so silly looking.
The Xbox 0.5. The
The
2.0.
Xbox 720.
Xbox prequel.
Xbox 2.0.
Yeah.
Beep boop bop.
That'd probably be it. Xbox 2.0.
Well,
Speaking
we'll see
of
about that.
yeah, see about that. But speaking of Xbox, they're just starting to release their first batch of original Xbox games on the Xbox One, like Conker's Bad Fur Day, The Elder Scrolls 3, Morrowind, 2 games before Skyrim, was an Xbox original. That is now playable on Xbox One. So now, once again, you can play the last 3 Elder Scrolls games on one console. Because you can play Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim all on the Xbox.
At last.
Cool.
Which is really cool because Morrowind is my favorite game of all time. It is my number 1. Because there's just so much to do, so much customization, a lot of good stories. The DLC is on point. I mean, I really don't have a lot of complaints about that game. And it coming to Xbox backwards compatibility, I feel like people will start enjoying it again. It's really fun. But I wonder what other games they'll bring. I wonder if Halo Combat Evolved, the original, is on there.
Was that the first one, right?
Well, there was Halo, just original Halo. That was on PC only, though.
Oh.
But I think that is what Halo Combat Evolved is on the Xbox. It's like upgraded, maybe? I don't know.
The upgraded version of the first Halo.
Yeah. And then, obviously, Halo 2. Backwards compatibility. I feel like that's a must because people love Halo 2 so much. Halo 2 was really fun. Not gonna lie. Man, I feel like this is gonna be the shortest topic. Is Xbox originals on Xbox. I wish. Like, what games that you played in the past would you want to see on current day consoles? Besides, obviously, the ones like Spyro or Crash because they're already here / coming.
For me, I kind of want to see SOCOM.
Ah, SOCOM. That was third person, wasn't it?
It can be first or third person.
Yeah,
Oh, you switch.
if you
It's like a look above the head sort of viewpoint if you're in third person.
Yeah, but for better accuracy, you go into first person and you like zoom.
Yeah. But if you like want to see your surroundings and everything, you go into third person.
I really want to.
I took a lot of advantage of that.
I go back to saying this. I really want to see the original Ghost Recon on to be brought back. I really, really want that.
Jungle Storm and what else was there?
Island Thunder, I think.
Island Thunder.
But there was also the OG Ghost Recon. Especially like the fact that I want it remastered, which I think it would be pretty cool. Although if they brought it back the way it is, I wouldn't have a problem with that either. Because that game was actually pretty fun.
See, there's those. What else could we maybe see that they
Ty?
could do? Ty?
Ty, the Tasmanian Tiger.
They could.
That'd be pretty good. I think that is Xbox, isn't it?
Well,
No, wait.
I thought that was PlayStation.
Yeah,
We had Ty for PlayStation.
that's right. I can see that on PlayStation. Like PlayStation 4. I want... Oh, one thing I've been wanting for a while is there's the Metal Gear Solid HD collection, which has Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 on there. I want that backwards compatible for Xbox One because it was on the 360. And I want to play me some Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 because 3 is my favorite one. It is really very good.
Cool.
All right.
Maybe even the original Metal Gear Solid.
Maybe.
I know they remastered that game for GameCube. Strangely enough. And no other no other platforms, but maybe bring that over to Xbox or PlayStation or whatever. Yeah. That's Konami though. They ain't gonna do shit about that.
Yeah.
Just disappointing.
Darn.
Yeah, a darn.
You're saying this? Cool. No thanks.
That's Konami for you. It's just like, let's make a Metal Gear Solid game, but with zombies.
Worst decision they've ever made?
One of the worst. Probably the number one worst decision was canceling Silent Hills.
PT.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm still very salty about that.
There's so much potential in that game. I would have possibly played
That was just
the
it.
game if, like, it was a fully released game.
Yeah, but
Because, like, now I'm getting into horror games and stuff
yeah,
like that.
but I mean that was just it. Like, it looked like a beautiful game.
God, I forgot about PT. That's how bad it was.
I know. PT was just a demo, and yet it is my scariest game ever.
Oh my God.
Ever. I've never played anything that made me want to stop playing before. Like, I literally got so terrified in PT that I just literally had to be like, nope, I'm done. I'm taking a break.
Not even Resident Evil 7.
No, not even Resident Evil. Not even close. Resident Evil 7 was fun, and there were some scary moments in that, but personally, I don't think Resident Evil 7 was as scary.
As PT.
Yeah.
PT was much worse.
Yeah, it was
I know.
it was absolutely terrifying.
We both watched Game Grumps play it, Derek.
Game Grumps, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye,
Oh yeah.
bunch of other people.
And the fact that they made that final puzzle so random, nobody could figure out how to there was never even a concrete decision on how to beat it. There were just like patterns that people would do that just so happened to work, and other people did them and didn't always work.
Wait, the one at the very end? Or?
Yeah, the last final puzzle. There was never really anything released or anything concrete that was 100% guaranteed to work at the end of the game. I managed to beat it multiple times, but I had to try many different things to get it to work.
Like, what was the last puzzle supposed to be?
The last puzzle was... Let's see. It involved the baby's laughing. The baby laughing. How it worked is you would have to make the baby laugh 3 times. The hardest one was getting the baby to laugh twice. Getting the baby to laugh once was fine because making the baby laugh once was you had to take 10 steps in one direction. Then just 10 steps, not 10 or 10 or more, just 10 steps. And if you do that, then the baby will laugh once. Nobody could figure out how to get the baby to laugh the second time. There's been like small bits and pieces of, maybe if you have a microphone in and you say this, it'll work. And that sometimes worked, but...
Goo goo gaga.
Yeah, sometimes something as ridiculous as that would work.
Hey, what up? Hey, little mom, let me what's in here.
Then the baby would laugh, literally. I think, personally, I think just some voice chat helped. But one time, I was trying so hard to beat the game. This is actually the first time I beat it. I got the first baby laugh. I was doing everything I can. I don't know if I put a microphone in. Maybe I did. I want to say no, I didn't. But I can't remember. I'm going to go ahead and say no, I didn't put in a microphone. I just kept doing different things that I heard might be true. Like if I hear the main lady crying at the radio, then I have to go to the mirror and stare into the mirror or something. I kept doing that kind of stuff, and it was like an hour that passed. And by the time I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go upstairs and get some food or something. I left the game running. I went upstairs, got some food. I think I chatted for a little bit. Came back downstairs, and I heard the phone ringing. Well, the phone only rings if the baby laughs a second time. Or no, wait, hold on. That doesn't sound right. Oh, okay, now I got it. The phone only rings if the baby laughs 3 times. So that means the baby laughed a second time and a third time while I was gone.
Maybe it's just like, just stand there, do nothing.
I don't know, because then later I beat the games doing a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know, it's so random. But the second baby laugh, when that happens, your controller shakes a lot, and you're supposed to stand still while it shakes. And when it's done shaking, then the baby laughs a third time. That's like probably the easiest laugh to get, is if you manage to get the first 2, the third one's pretty much guaranteed. Then once you answer the phone, you've been chosen. And then you hear the door unlock, and you go through the door, and that's the end. It's puzzles like that I love, that I wish they would have completed, but it is now a memory. That's
memory.
That, in my opinion, is the worst decision Konami has made.
God.
I love that game. It's a great game. Terrifying.
If they kept that, I would have played it.
It's funny because the last time I played it, I was like trying to get the ghost lady to jump scare me. I was like doing everything in my power, like.
When you like turn around.
Yeah, I was like, I saw the shadow, I turned around and then turned back around and nothing would happen. I'm like, I know you're gonna do it. Just do it already. I did it so many different times and she didn't do it. Then all of a sudden I just started walking. Boo! That's when it got me. It's just it's like the game knows what you're trying to do.
You're expecting a jump scare, huh? Let's play a little later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it has a brain.
We were watching.
Or it's like your controller's senses when you know something's gonna happen,
Like
but you don't know when.
Squeeze it or something.
The developers are watching. They're like,
I don't know.
here we go.
Konami would do something like that.
And then it's like once you lose your sense of security, it's just like, okay, I'll be fine. Let's keep walking.
Yeah.
Or you lose your guard, whatever it is.
But
yeah. All right. Well, I expected Jordan to be back by now, but man, that's quite a long errand he has. I don't think he'll be back in time, but we'll just move on.
Oh well.
Let's talk movies of today. And this will probably be one of our shorter topics because we saw Rampage yesterday. It was yesterday, wasn't it? Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was before we went to go bowling with Alex.
Yeah. It was pretty mediocre, needless to say.
I thought it was okay. I gave it a 6.5.
I gave it a 5 for many different reasons. I felt like the movie couldn't decide between being funny or being serious.
That's what I saw in the trailer alone.
Now, the reason I gave it a 5 was because some of the humor works. Like, the gorilla was the funniest one. The gorilla was literally the most humorous character. Like...
Flip him off the entire time.
Yeah, the gorilla was hilarious. I love George.
You're fake dying? Really? At a time like this?
There's such. I love that they gave I love that they gave George a character and not just him being a gorilla. Like giving him that personality of having that twisted sense of humor really makes me think that George is actually a character and not just some sort of monster or creature. They did a really good job with him. The Rock did decent, although there was a bit of a backstory with The Rock that I feel like didn't really progress at all. Was the fact that he wasn't really a people person, that he just liked animals. One, I didn't really see how he was just an animal person because he spent a lot of that movie chatting with a lot of different people. So I don't get why he would just be an animal person.
Maybe talking to the animals helped him talking to people.
Oh, it's like, yeah, when he was out fighting that war too.
Yeah.
He saved George, the albino
Yeah.
gorilla. So that was kind of his love for animals and everything.
Yeah, because he thinks that, I mean, people are just so cruel and animals are pretty much always innocent. That they're fighting for survival and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess that's why he doesn't like people. But he spent a lot of time talking to people and joking with people and laughing with people that I felt like that story didn't really progress. And I feel like it was a little bit off-putting.
Yeah, it didn't deserve to be there.
It was, if they didn't mention it at all, it probably would have been better.
Yeah.
I don't get how you go from being special forces to killing poachers, but I guess it's unique. I've never heard of anything like that, but to me that part just doesn't make sense. How do you go from being special forces to killing poachers and then becoming some sort of gorilla trainer in San Diego? I don't get that.
You be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
I guess.
I mean, I want.
There's Hollywood for
I
you.
don't want to defend this game.
This movie.
I don't want to defend this
Rampage
movie.
was a game, though.
Rampage was a game.
It was.
Yeah, it was a game.
So
It's a movie based off of a game. Didn't have anything to do with the game because the game wasn't really a story. Rampage was a game where you would pick a monster. It had monsters like King Kong, Godzilla, monsters like that. And basically your goal was just to be one of these monsters and destroy the city.
Did they destroy the city? The monsters?
Pretty much.
Of course. You knock down buildings. And...
They knocked down the Sears Tower in Chicago, which is the tallest building in the United States.
Yeah.
Well, next to Freedom Tower now. I forget that the building in New York is now taller. But the Sears Tower was even bigger than the Twin Towers at the time.
But I was going to say, I don't want to defend this movie or anything. But also the many times that Dwight or The Rock...
Dwight?
From The Office?
The many times he's been in the helicopters.
Oh, yeah. I think Jordan's back. Jordan!
Conveniently placed helicopters.
There's Hollywood for you. Sometimes just not making sense.
But I will
We're talking about Rampage.
Oh, how bad it is.
I will defend the monster scenes though.
That's true. That was a strong... Well, one of the movie's strong points was the monster fights and just the scenes with the monsters. Those were the best ones. I loved that scene with the giant wolf in the forest going up against those special forces. Or I guess ex-special forces. They're private military is what they were.
You wonder why he's going through the air so much.
Yeah. I mean, that was a pretty cool scene. Just having a really foggy, dense forest and just seeing this giant wolf just barely running through the background like that. I thought it was creepy and really cool, and I feel like they did that scene very well.
But the rest of the movie is just like,
humor.
You even get the alligator to rip the wolf's head off.
That's true.
Yeah.
That was a cool scene.
That was pretty
Like towards
awesome.
the end,
yeah,
the monsters were fighting each other, and the wolf jumped up towards the gorilla, but then the gorilla like timed it so that when the alligator was coming up to get him, he like jumped out of the way and just the alligator just ripped the wolf's head off. It was awesome.
But everything else.
But to be fair, that alligator should have won.
To me, I give it a 6.5 just for that, but if that all didn't happen, I'd probably get like a 5 or something.
Yeah, the alligator itself was bigger than all the other ones. It looked way tougher to beat because it was pretty much just armored to the teeth. And
yeah,
it's
you
just
had like spikes everywhere and stuff like that.
yeah.
I don't plan on seeing this movie, so I don't care if you spoil anything.
We're pretty much spoiling the entire thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me put this into perspective. It was very predictable.
It was.
I could predict what could happen like 20 minutes before it happened. Like, for example, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson grabbed a grenade launcher and took a strap of grenades and put it around his neck, or well, I guess around his body like a bandolier. And I knew automatically he's going to put all those grenades into a monster and blow it up. And that's exactly what he did. He pulled the pins on all the grenades, threw it inside a monster's some sort of fin or hole, or I don't know what it was.
I thought it was like an ear hole or something like that.
Some sort of hole.
There was like a flap that opened up and he threw like the strap of grenades into it.
Yeah, I saw that one coming. And
A mile
probably
away.
there's two scenes in this movie that really bug me. One was when the monsters were all on top of the Sears Tower and they were just destroying the tower.
Especially
They were
the
stuck on the roof, like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and his side character, who was also so dumb.
Are you talking about the helicopter?
Yes. So there was a helicopter on top of this roof. They were tipping down, and The Rock was like, maybe we don't need to leave the roof. And so they get in this helicopter. It doesn't have a tail, by the way.
Well,
so what they're doing...
I thought it does. It was
Well,
just kind
okay.
of like awkwardly bent over like something.
It was unusable, basically.
It was unusable, yeah.
But they got in this helicopter, revved up the blades, and basically he said, it's like riding an avalanche. He wanted to hover above the building while it came tumbling down so that they wouldn't, like, fall or something, because that didn't make a whole lot of sense. And not only did they survive, they didn't have any injuries. Not a single one.
That's starting to feel like Transformers to me.
Okay, it wasn't as bad as Transformers. I'll say that. It was not as bad as Transformers. But it was still very bad. Because when you come out of a crash like that with no injuries, when I get worse injuries just by going up the stairs, then that is just...
Yeah, you did something wrong.
Exactly. Somebody needed to have either died, and this movie wasn't, like, afraid to show some death and gore, because...
Oh, yeah.
There was some pretty brutal stuff, let me tell you. Which is a good thing. It wasn't a kid's movie, that's for sure.
But as you were saying, I either have to be someone died or maybe someone severely injured.
You could stub your toe and you would have taken more damage than they did after crashing from that helicopter.
Exactly.
I stubbed my pinky toe once on the coffee table. That was
Great.
horrible.
You were more injured than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson at the time.
Pretty
Oh,
much.
trust me,
he took a bullet.
Yep, he took a bullet and just immediately fell.
He was okay.
Like, he fell and acted like, oh, I'm hurt. But then he was able to go up to that roof, stop them, and manage to fly that helicopter and get out of that crash as if he wasn't shot at all.
And then he ran like a marathon, trying to catch up to the alligator. He used a grenade launcher, which I guess is actually pretty heavy.
Yeah.
And shot more bullets than it was
Shot
supposed
more
to have.
bullets, threw a grenade like a fucking discus, probably a good 100 feet. Like, this dude was doing a triathlon with a gunshot wound.
And he didn't have any water.
Didn't have any water. Nah, he should have bled out.
Adrenaline will take you only so far.
He didn't suture or stitch the wound at all.
He left it alone.
He left it alone. He left it just fine. He should have lost so much fucking blood because it's a gunshot wound.
Where did he get shot at?
The
the hip.
gut. It
Yeah,
missed
no.
It missed the vital organs. No. If you get shot in the abdomen anywhere, you're going to bleed out. I'm pretty sure. If you don't treat it at all.
Yeah, you're gonna be fucking dead.
Yep. I must have missed a bunch of the major organs.
Bullshit.
You got shot right here, where my food goes.
Isn't that like your appendix, your kidney? Isn't that all over there?
Yeah, I think liver is over here. I think.
Yeah.
But
It's a.
there's
It's
a lot
not
of
a
stuff.
liver anymore. It's a dyer.
I swear to God.
What?
He said it wasn't a liver anymore; it was a dyer.
Like, seriously though, like, if you get shot in the liver,
That's true. It's like if you get shot in the liver, it's gonna hurt. And
Yeah.
I would know because I got poked with a needle in my liver once, and I felt that fucking shit for like
What?
a week.
Why'd you get poked in the liver?
Because I needed a liver biopsy.
He had jaundice for a while.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
And that shit, you can feel that shit, but no, that fucker can just go ahead and run 27 miles. Son of a bitch. I hate you, Rock. I don't hate you.
I know you're The Rock, but come on.
I hate your acting though.
You're a human being.
I don't give a shit if you were a fucking special military guy. Gunshot's a gunshot, man.
Yeah.
Precisely. You